Hey everybody, Alex Kozora, SteelersDepot.com, back for another Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. And today I want to shine a light on a Pittsburgh Steelers player that doesn't get talked about too often, but is one of my favorite guys to watch, and it's safety Jordan Dangerfield. This is an 8th-year guy, undrafted, out of Towson, and he's just a baller week in, week out, and a real impactful player, an energy bringer, and tone setter on special teams. So I want to show this guy some love in today's video. Through the first 6 games of 2020, Jordan Dangerfield already has 6 special teams tackles, so he's averaging 1 a game. This is week 2 against Denver. Dangerfield screaming downfield, making the tackle inside the 15-yard line. Claypool helps as well, but again, you just see that energy, that tone setter, working under the block here. It's just good special teams unit defense overall, but Dangerfield first man in, makes the tackle, and then they go celebrate in the end zone the way that you would off of a turnover. So again, I just love being able to bring that tone and energy early in the game. Here's Dangerfield right here. Claypool does a nice job here as well, but it is ultimately Jordan Dangerfield first man to make the tackle on Hamler, and Chase Claypool cleans it up. So this Dangerfield, I'm going to call that R4, the position on this kick coverage unit, and he stays clean. He works under the block, makes the tackle, and that's just kind of what you get from him week in, week out. Another example against the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, Dangerfield down in his R4 spot. And again, this is really good unit defense overall. You'll see that had he not made this tackle, hypothetically, talking about Dangerfield, you got a swarm of other Steelers in the mix. But as always, it just always seems to be number 37, Jordan Dangerfield, being that first man to make the tackle, ultimately make the play. So here he is right here. Again, defeat the block, duck under it, and finish it with a physical, reliable tackle at the end. And just, cuts out the returner here, Boston Scott. So, again, had he not made this play, you got several other Steelers who are going to do that, so that's, of course, positive. Dangerfield always seems to be that first one to the football. There's Spillane as well, but just love that stuff from Dangerfield. One last look at it, and we will move on to the next play. Starting with the end zone view of this play, another kick coverage tackle. I believe all these are from kicks we're showing today. Dangerfield aligned up here, and he's got contain on this play at the last moment, and you see Pierre kind of signal it. This is the rookie James Pierre. He's not going to come inside, and Dangerfield is the containment. He's got to make sure everything is funneled and stays to the inside on this Donovan Peoples-Jones return. So he's going to first start by maintaining that wall to the outside, and then once the returner declares inside, he can kind of come off that block. But you see it here. Dangerfield's going to defeat the block. And really big stick there, and I'll play the whole thing through for you guys. Really big hit here on the rookie Donovan Peoples-Jones, a big dude, big receiver out of Michigan, and Dangerfield sticks him, drives him to the ground, and finishes the play. And again, you kind of see that energy tone setter at the end. I would play the whole thing too, but it's going to cycle to the next clip here in just a moment. But again, you see that form tackle right there, drive Peoples-Jones to the ground, and then we're going to go run up and celebrate as well. So good job there of a combination of technique and responsibility of being the outside contained guy, and then making the tackle at the end of the play. Same thing here from Dangerfield later in the game. I don't know why it's a little blurry on the right side. That's the camera from the All-22 view. That's not me or your fault here. But again, defeating the block, making the tackle before the 20. And I'll post the screenshot after this. All of these tackles Dangerfield is making are coming inside the 25, I think, with the exception of one that was the tackle made right at the 25-yard line. And so he's making these plays, where it's a not a benefit for the offense, for the return team, where they're now behind the 25, where they just taking a knee in the end zone, or whatever the case was. They're not getting past where the touchback zone would be. Now this one obviously has to be returned by the returner. He doesn't have much of a choice, but Dangerfield makes that pay tackle at the 17, 18-yard line, defeat the block, square up, make the tackle, finish the play. Dangerfield does that virtually every single time. And last look here comes from Sunday against Tennessee. Again, Dangerfield, his usual R4 spot. This one gets muffed by the returner, Khalif Raymond. Dangerfield defeats the block down at the bottom, and as always, first man in. Now again, there were multiple guys here ready to make this play, but it's always number 37 being that first guy down. Works off the block, gets back in bounds, makes a tackle at the 10-yard line, and that's a big special teams win for sure. Get your defense in a much better position, force the offense to sustain a much longer drive than usual, and again, a celebration at the end as the special teams unit is hyped, and that kind of feeds off the defense and the energy and intensity the defense plays with. It all kind of goes hand in hand when you have a big start to your drive with a great special teams play, great special teams tackle. Credit to Boswell. He's been kicking the ball really well this year in terms of position and direction and hang time and things like that. But it's a unit thing. It's everybody working hand in the pile, good contain. Nice job to do your job, to have your responsibility to be very gap sound and things like that. That's all critical. But then you need some guys like Jordan Dangerfield to go out there and make the play and finish it off and just be physical, reliable, a tone setter. This dude's a captain for the special teams unit and just a lot of fun to watch. 8th-year guy, undrafted from, a D2 school, I believe. Not many guys in the NFL can do that. And so let me post the screenshot of where those tackles have been made, and I'll read that off and we'll kind of finish up the video. And just to rattle it off, it's Denver 13, Philly 15, Eagles 24, Browns 25, that's the furthest, Browns 18-yard line, and then the one we just showed you, the Titans one, taken down at the 10-yard line. So what is that? 5 of those 6 tackles, I believe, are being made behind the 25-yard line, and the other one made at the 25-yard line. And so Dangerfield always showing up in a positive sense. He's a safety and goal line packages as well to play a little bit on defense. And so not an all-star, not someone that's probably going to be remembered too well by Steelers Nation 20 years from now, but he's a guy I'm going to remember, like the Clint Creed-Waltz and Chidi Iwomas and Sean Morris and guys like that, just really quality core special teams players, guys that work their tail off, that do the dirty work, doesn't always get noticed, and so I wanted to share that with you guys today. So kudos to Jordan Dangerfield. Good luck to him the rest of the season. And thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and we will talk to you soon.